What is up, you guys? I'm really excited about this video today. So today I'm going to show you that it is possible to build a 3D printer from scratch for $32 or less. I know it's possible to do it for less, but this is what I've used my little resourcefulness on the internet to try to find all these parts for you. So I've noticed that my videos about my homemade 3D printer have gotten more views than my other videos normally do. So I figured I'd talk a little bit more about this and where I got the materials. Now, in this video, I'm just going to explain what materials you need to be able to build this. If you guys are actually interested in how to assemble the 3D printer, let me know in the comments, and I'd be happy to make some videos about that too in a little more detail. But for now, let's go ahead and move forward with these parts. So here we are. So first, you will need an Arduino Uno to be able to make a 3D printer with this method. So let me just do a basic explanation of how this is going to work. In fact, maybe I will do a little drawing real quick. So we're going to have for a 3D printer, you need an X, Y, and Z axis, right? That's not a very straight line, but whatever. That is even worse. So you need some way to move along all of these axes, right? The Z axis in this case will be up and down. You can move whatever tool you have, in this case our little printer nozzle. You'll move that up and down, and you'll have your little structure or whatever right here that you're making. So you'll have your X, Y, and Z axes. You've got to have something to control those, right? This is our little circuit board to be able to control those axes, and you've got to have a brain for this as well, which we're going to use an Arduino Uno. So let's jump on that. So first, you'll need an Arduino Uno to be the brains for this 3D printer. And I found the cheapest Arduino Uno that I could find without doing too much digging was this one on AliExpress. You can literally get an Arduino Uno for $3. It's $2.37 plus shipping is 68 cents, so I just rounded it to $3. That is pretty dang cheap. You'll have to wait a little while because it's in China, but there are also other options available. I noticed on Amazon there's a one-day shipping option for, I think it was $6 for an Arduino Uno. If you're not willing to wait that long, you can go look that up on Amazon, or just, I guess, let me know in the comments and I'll mention that in another video. But the purpose of this video is to show that you can build one for $32. So there we go. We're starting with this one, $3, and that's the next part. So here we are. The Arduino Uno comes out to $3. Then the stepper motor controllers, and that is these little boys right here. Those boards are what we're going to be using to control the motors within these CD or DVD drives. Now, the motors in the drives are not normal, like hobby motors like you'd have for, I don't know, a remote control drone has motors and stuff. These are stepper motors, which are very precise in their motions. So you need some special controllers for the Arduino to be able to communicate with these stepper motors. So the stepper motor controllers, I'll show you the ones that I'm actually using, is these ones on Amazon that I found for $5 with free one-day shipping. That's pretty crazy. And this is a pack of 5, so that's more than you even need, because you need 3 for the X, Y, and Z axes. So I guess technically it's $3 for these parts. So I'll put down $5, even though you can technically make it for $3 if you, I don't know, end up using those for a different project or something. You're really only using $3 for that. So then next, you will need some way to be able to bring in the stuff, basically, that you're going to be melting in your printer. So you'll need something to feed in the filament, the plastic filament, and something to melt that, which is in a pretty neat, tidy little package in a 3D printer pen, which are fortunately very cheap nowadays. This is the one that I got and that I'm using for my project, and it is super cheap. That's because this one is used, but it's in very good condition. So I've seen other people who've built their own homemade 3D printers using this same pen. I just happened to find a used one that was on a really good deal. So this one is $9 for a 3D printer pen. And so I'm going to go ahead over here and write that. Come on, there we go. Let's write $9. So that's what you'll use for that. And then for your CD and DVD drives, you'll need 3, your X, Y, and Z axes. Now this is the deal that I purchased, the lot that I purchased on eBay. I found this guy who sells these drives for $5 a piece. I bought a pack of 5 because I want to, I'm going to be using them for other projects too. But so these are $5 a piece, pack of 5 for 25 bucks. He also sells other packs. You can probably find, 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever that you need. So this is a pack of 5 for $25. So that is $15 for 3 of them. Let's go back over here. And that's $15 for your DVD drives. And it doesn't matter if they're internal CD or DVD drives. In fact, I made my first 3D printer with internal CD drives from laptops, which was a lot harder because they're less powerful and they're smaller and they're not even in their case straight, which I guess I can show in a different video, but it was just really annoying to work with. So you might as well buy these ones unless you can scavenge them from your own computers laying around. So you can get these for $5 a piece, so that is $15. And that brings us to a grand total of, well, actually up here, I wrote $32, but I forgot that you get a pack of 5 of these stepper motors. So just for the heck of it, I'm going to say, let's cut off those extra $2 and say $30 even, because that's really what it's costing you. That's pretty crazy. So 3 plus 3, $6, $9.15. That brings you to an even $30 for your homemade 3D printer. That is insane. So, and this is, whatever, that's going to bug me. This is assuming a few things. Let me go over this. I'm assuming that you do have either own or you have access to a soldering iron, first of all. You just need some real basic tools for this. And if you don't have a soldering iron, you can literally get one on AliExpress for $1, so don't complain to me about that. I got my first soldering iron, which I'm still using actually after like 15 years. I got mine from Radio Shack, which I know is out of business in some places now, some states, but I got mine for $7 from there 15 years ago. They've gotten a whole heck of a lot cheaper even than that since then. So you can get that for like $1 if you need to. So I assume you have a soldering iron, that you have some basic wire. That's important. You'll need wire to be able to connect all this stuff together, and solder to be able to solder that together. And then you will need wire strippers to be able to cut that wire. I mean, you could use some other basic tools too, right? Like I used a Dremel in my first build. If I end up making a video about how to build this one with these components, I'll try to use it without a Dremel, or I'll include, I'll tell you what other tools I use, but you shouldn't need one. So there's just other basic tools. And I assume that you have access to a computer to be able to program your Arduino. And you can use a laptop for that. I used a Windows computer. You could use a Mac as well. You could even use Linux if you want, but I used Windows for this project. So that's it for this video, guys, and I just wanted to show you that that is possible. So if you are curious about anything else, or you can't find any of these, if you want like a parts list, I can put some links in the description or something. Just let me know if you're actually interested in that, and I can make a future video too about how to assemble this thing. It's a lot of fun, and I really look forward to doing a lot of printing and a lot of building. The building part is a lot of fun for me too, and it's a whole heck of a lot cheaper than buying one. So thanks guys for watching the video. Make sure you hit that like button if this helped you in any way, and the subscribe if you want to see my other videos about how to build a 3D printer. I'm also going to do some upcoming projects like a laser CNC machine, which is actually cheaper than a 3D printer if you can believe that, because you'll just reuse parts from these DVD drives that we'll get. And then, most of my other videos right now are also about real estate. They're real estate related. So make sure you subscribe, but I just made this video and I'm kind of going off on a tangent on my channel because I noticed there's a lot of interest in this. So thanks for watching, you guys, and we will see you on the next one.